Peace and love, y'all. It's your girl, the Vibe Priestess, tapping back in with y'all with more messages from Spirit. Just a little tarot wisdom with the Vibe Priestess, and you already know what time it is. We're going to go ahead and clear the space, all right, and clear the energy. So to the Most High, the creator of all, God, Spirit, universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides of divine white light, thank you so much for your divine clarity. Thank you so much for your protection and your unconditional love. Thank you for removing any low vibrational deity, entity, demon, evil eye, black magic, hexes, hoodoo, voodoo, curses, or so mote it be. I say. Yes, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the live today. Okay, reality is the real tea. Okay, period. Hey, Rasambola, thank you so much for joining the live, love. Yeah, reality is the real tea, okay? And let me tell you why, okay? We be so caught up in, La La Land. We so caught up in fairy tale movies and things like that. And reality is the real tea. We already got enough truth to sit here and converse about, minus, just the pure entertainment, right? Everybody take this entertainment shit so seriously, and we're seeing the downfall of the entertainment industry. We're seeing all of these things crumble, and meanwhile people still set in this mindset like this shit is real, or like they should be taking some type of influence from this entertainment realm of the world, right? Our whole life we've been moved by entertainment. And the real reality around us has really been the things that we should be paying attention to, which is way more entertaining than even Netflix and Hollywood and all of that shit. You see what I'm saying? So reality is tea, baby, okay? And so what we're going to talk about today is like, what is the source, okay, to your motivation, okay? Because that's the reality that when we look at pursuing any type of connection with someone, pursuing an opportunity to collaborate and work with other people, okay? We don't always know what people's motivation is to why they even want to come work with us. Why do they even want to come be a part of what we got going on? You see what I'm saying? And not everybody has good motive. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, what is the source to your motivation? Okay. Are we even thinking about that when we go out into the world? Is it just money? Is it just, I just got to get ahead. It's like, what is motivating you? Okay. And if it's not coming from a higher place, a higher perspective, and what's motivating you is very low vibrational, very lack mentality, very, I got to have it right now. I'm going to sacrifice whatever because I need it type of energy, right? That's a lot of the energy that I'm starting to witness today is a lot of people who are willing to sell it and sell it all for a little bit. You see what I'm saying? It's like, ready to sell their soul or sell whatever. They don't give a fuck at this point these days. You see what I'm saying? So the reality, of the fact that a lot of people are guided and moved, right? And their motivation is very low vibrational, okay? Their motivation stems from low vibration. So it's not going to put you in a good position or place in the long run. It may get you ahead at one point in time, but that doesn't mean that it's going to keep you there, okay? Hey, Elephant King 81. Hey, Roy Thompson's 5522. Thank y'all so much for being a part of the live today. Yeah, so that's what you got to tap into. What is the source to your motivation, okay? What are your motives? Like, a lot of times we'll have these motives and we're not really paying attention to what's driving us. Are we being driven by low vibrational forces where we're sitting around like from a lack mentality? Like, oh my gosh, like not considering that God might bless you with this, but no, it's like, nah, I have to take other measures and means because I got to have it how I want it. I got to have it when I want it. Hey, Philly Barbara in Houston. Thank you so much for joining the live, love. Yeah, it's like, you got to question like, why do you desire the things? Like a lot of times we'll just be moved by the fact that somebody has a desire to collaborate with us, desire for us to work together on a project or whatever that desire is. But it's like, motive comes into play. Y'all will tell y'all so many times that I've dealt with people and I didn't, you don't think that people are trying to sabotage you behind the scene. You don't think that people are trying to, slow you down or delay your progress. You see what I'm saying? Most of the time, you're just thinking people have good intention. If you're somebody that moves with good intention, you're not going to make the assumption that nobody else is moving with good intention. You see what I'm saying? It's like, I always move with good intention, so I never question people's motives when they would come and want to be involved in my projects or just be my friend or whatever. Thank you, baby. You like the shades, right? The shade, but no shade. You see what I'm saying? It's subliminal, baby. It's subliminal, okay? But yes, the reality is that when we don't understand people's motivation, that is what gets us in trouble, okay? What do detectives always search for when they're trying to solve a crime, when they're trying to solve a mystery, right? They want to know the motive, right? The motive, right? A lot of times money is the motive for people, but that's what I'm starting to, want to bring this level of awareness. If money is the only thing that motivates you, you will be willing to sell out at any given moment. You see what I'm saying? It has to be more than just money that motivates you. Hey, Pootie Pie, thank you so much for joining the live, love. But yeah, like I understand money being the motive. You see what I'm saying? But it's like if money is the only thing that motivates you, that's probably why, your life is met with a lot of friction or a lot of issues or things like that. You see what I'm saying? It's like you got to be in a space where your motivations are coming from a high vibrational frequency. Your motivation is coming from God. You see what I'm saying? But not everybody is overly religious. But if you are coming from a place where you want to ascend, you want to become a better person, right? You have a purpose. You have a mission, right? These are the things that you want to allow your motivation to stem from, right? Because if it's not stemming from the groundedness of who you are, your light within, then that is how we get led astray within the world, because our motivation ends up being stemmed by something low vibration. Okay, so now we're starting to realize, like, wow, the intentions are important. I always talk about Solange because she has a song where she says, do nothing without intention. You see what I'm saying? And it's like the reality is that's where ritual comes into play, because rituals are just that. There's something you do consistently, right? That you're doing with a intention. You're doing it with a purpose. You're doing it. You have the right motivation, or maybe the motivation ain't right, but there's a motivating force, right? So that's what we have to think about. The force behind the motivation for you to act on this thing, right? This is what makes the difference. And when you start paying attention to where your motives are coming from, this will help you make wise decisions in your life. Decisions that are guided by the Most High, not just decisions that are guided by the lower urges, right? The lustful desires, right? The things that you're desiring from just low vibration, or from subliminal programming, unhealthy behaviors that we've picked up, things like that, right? Now we're not being easily moved by those things, because now we're paying attention to the fact that, okay, no, I'm motivated by this, right? We start to think twice before we act, right? Hey, act like you know. Thank you so much for joining the live, love. Yeah, so that's all important, okay? So there's always a driving force behind the behaviors and choices that we make, okay? So regardless, you have to process that. If we're not thinking about what's motivating me to take this action, right? Because a lot of times, if we just act and we don't think first, sometimes we are guided by things that are like moved by petty things, moved by jealousy, envy, moved by things where it's like, because we're lacking the attention to give to ourselves, we'll start projecting that onto other people. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Rockstar, welcome back, love. Thank you so much for joining the live. Yeah, we'll start projecting that onto other people because we're not paying attention to our own motivations. We're not paying attention to why did we even want to do that in the first place? Where did that come from, right? If we're being moved by lower forces, or we're being moved by things subliminally, and we're not paying attention to why we made that decision, that's how you end up, backtracking. you end up being slowed down. Relove 129, hey baby, welcome to the live, love. Yeah, so it's like these things are important because motivation is, you know, the reasons why a lot of times people will do funny style shit. You see what I'm saying? It's like you got to beware of the snakes in the grass. You see what I'm saying? Because people will move and have ill intention, have ill motivation. And then, you know what I'm saying, you're just making an assumption that they have good intention because that's where you coming from. You know, you don't have no ill will in the matter. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, if we don't check motivation, we don't check intention, right? When people are approaching us, wanting to be involved, we're not paying attention to how we feel intuitively about a situation. That's how you end up getting in traps. You see what I'm saying? Thank you, baby. You digging the frames. Right on, mama. She said, John. And hey, John the Vader. I be trying to pronounce y'all Instagram names. But yes, welcome to the live, love. But yes, y'all. So yes, this is where the importance of intention comes into play, okay? We all desire certain outcomes depending on what the motives and intentions are. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I done dealt with so many people in my past, right? Where it's like, I'm just thinking, oh, okay, you like me, we're attracted to each other, we vibing and everything like that. Whole time this person is playing a role like we got the vibes. They just acting like they're what I want them to be because I've been so vulnerable, because I've been so open with like, oh, you know, what I desire and what I want, but not checking their motives, not knowing their intention, not knowing I'm just all open and vulnerable, just expressing my innermost, deepest fucking vulnerabilities to a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? That they don't give a fuck about you. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, this is why you got to pay attention. Who you being vulnerable, who you sharing these desires with. You see what I'm saying? Even your traumas, things that you experience and everything like that, because people will try to utilize and use it against you. Like I have an example of a relationship that I was in where it was like we would literally get into arguments because it was like this person wanted me to be more vulnerable. Like I didn't tell them about this person that I dated or tell them about this or that and everything like that. And the whole time I'm like, well, you're too concerned about it. Where it's like, if you like, why do you care so much? You see what I'm saying about what my relationship was with somebody previous or prior to you, or, you know, things like that. Like, I'll be vulnerable with what I want to be vulnerable with, right? But people will come and try to push certain information out of you or trying to dig deep. Like, you got to pay attention to those people because, like I said, people will try to find these things to stagnate your growth and evolution. You see what I'm saying? So you got to pay attention to all of that, right? Right. What are the driving forces moving you, guiding you from day to day, right? Because every action or every action has a chain reaction or something like that. And then also too, when it comes to every decision that we make, right? Every choice is like, that is a fork in the road, right? If you make this decision or if you make that decision, it could take you one direction or the other. You see what I'm saying? So every moment of your life, you're making decisions and choices to fuck with this one, to, you know, go to this job, to drive this route to the grocery store today, to whatever. It's all type of decisions that we are making regularly, right? And as we're making these decisions, if we're not considering motive, if we're not considering intention, if we're not considering purpose, right? If we're not considering any of these things, then it will be easy, right, to be misguided away, right? And like we can allow our lower urges and lower desires to guide us. And then next thing you know, we're doing harmful things to people or doing things that is against, right, what we really, really want. But some people really, it's in their heart to harm other people, to really do dirt, put dirt on people or try to sabotage people or try to fuck people over, right? Because they're being moved by lower forces, okay? So, yes, until we start addressing more than just the obvious, right, it will be easy to be misled and spells and illusions to be casted, right? Hey, Deanna Waters, thank you so much for joining the live, love. But yeah, the spells and the illusions to be casted, okay? Because the spells and the illusions, spells are just words, right? We use our words to, create magic. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, think about it. Like, you could say something. If you trust somebody and they could say something to you, if you trust them, you will take what they're saying to you as truth, even if it's a lie. You see what I'm saying? That is a spell. It's like, I didn't got you to take action and do something based on my words, but the words were not the truth. But I still got you to believe into it, so I controlled you. And now you're inadvertently making a decision or a choice against your real free will, because you didn't have the free will, because they lied and they manipulated and they deceived you into believing something that was not the actual facts. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reality of it, is that we have to, like I said, what is the motive, baby? Okay? Because you're not going to mislead me. You're not going to create spells and illusions to cast over me, so that way I am misled off my path, because now I'm entrusting in you. Like, that's why we got to build up the trust in ourselves more, because we allow people to misguide us. You know what I'm saying? We were programmed to accept lies. If it was coming from somebody that we loved, even, right? When we embraced the holidays and everything, we embraced Santa and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy. When we embraced all that, that was subliminally conditioning us to accept lies from the people that we trust and we care about, right? And that's 9 times out of 10, those be the people that be the ones manipulating and deceiving, the ones that you care about, right? You're going to care about their words. You're going to care if they deceived you. You're going to feel some type of way about it. If it was just somebody you didn't give a fuck about, you would just look at it like, okay, it's not going to move you or heal you or help you move through some type of trauma within, right? That's why it has to be people that are this close to you to bring this type of dysfunction to your door, to your forefront, so that way you can address it, you can resolve it, you can heal it, you know what I'm saying, and move forward, okay? But we're not just addressing other people's motives, we're addressing our own motives too. Like, what is my motive behind this action? What is my motive behind why I did that? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is how we take accountability, and we build ourselves up to say, you know what, I know my heart, and I was moving from, I don't even know why I would do something like that, because that's not even in my character. Like, I was really being moved by a lower vibrational entity or force or something to guide me away from my heart, which doesn't even really move like that, right? But see, you get into situations with people that you love, right? It's always the situations when you was in a relationship, right? You always hear about these people spazzing the fuck out, crashing out, killing a significant other because a motherfucker got caught cheating or whatever, right? It's always the people that evoke this deep emotion that can turn you to fuck psycho, right? And turn you to have you doing some shit that you thought you would never ever do before, right? But when you're not in control over the forces that are controlling you, or the forces behind your motives, then you can't control that, right? You could have, like, when you about to crash the fuck out, if you can't stop yourself by processing your thoughts and putting it all in perspective so you don't crash the fuck out, right? Then that's what happens. You end up blacking the fuck out, spazzing out on somebody, and the next thing you know, you're in the fucking first 48 detective, motherfuckers sitting here, they're questioning you, trying to figure out, like, well, what happened? And you blacked the fuck out. You don't even remember. You just know that you allowed your vibration to get to a certain level where you lost control and something else took control over you. And then now you did some psycho shit that you don't even really feel like you did, or, whatever, because you allow a lower force access to your vessel to do some shit, but you guided them to you because you didn't know how to control your vibration and your frequency, right? You didn't know how to be moved by your motivations. You were being moved by your lust. You were being moved by your, shame, or being moved by your, your fucking ego, whatever it was. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Thwani Perry, thank you so much for joining the live, bro. Yeah, this is like old timeline, the game was to be sold, not sold, or told, or was it? The game was to be sold, not told. But in the new timeline, baby, it's free game, okay? So it's like we're putting people on game about the fact that if you don't understand your motivations, or if you don't understand other people's motivations around you, then that is exactly how you will get led astray, and you will be manipulated, or even worse, right? Because these people who do shit like this, they don't have good intention. They will put you in harm's way. They will, and especially when they're dark empaths and they practice black magic and they believe in all of this spiritual shit, but they don't really have a real understanding about it. So then they be trying to take this spiritual shit and use it to their benefit, not even understanding there's still karmic law. There's still spiritual laws. There's still things that you go against that puts you in a place where it's going to come back to you, and whatever you sent, that low vibrational energy, that black magic, or whatever it is that you sent to somebody else, baby, it's guaranteed to come back. Just because you weren't following those spiritual, you weren't practicing the proper laws, right, behind spirituality and things like that. So when you think you can destiny swap with somebody, when you think you can go and you can send people black magic, or you can manipulate them and deceive, and like I said, black magic ain't always voodoo. Black magic ain't always, oh, let me whip some herbs up in the, you know what I'm saying? It ain't always kitchen witching, baby. Black magic is just you gossiping. Black magic is just you sending me evil eye, being like, not wishing me worse, wishing me bad, not wanting to see me do well. People don't understand that in itself is black magic. You're literally siphoning someone's energy, and you're spell casting over their life and their existence and who they are. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you got to get to a point where you so focused on yourself, you're not even thinking about other people. Like, I be so focused on me, I don't think about, oh yeah, this one, that one, enough to even formulate a fucking sentence to have any negativity to say about a person. You see what I'm saying? I be so caught up in who I am and discovering and developing myself. You see what I'm saying? That I'm so caught up in that you will never hear me be like, oh yeah, that bitch, or that nigga, You see what I'm saying? The only time you gonna hear me talking about someone, and most likely if I am, you still don't know who the fuck I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? I'm literally expressing a scenario or a situation that I went through that was involved with me. If I have an interaction and I have an interaction with you and I'm speaking on it, that's my motherfucking business. It just so happened that you was involved. Okay? But other than that, I'm not sitting around running my mouth talking about people in their life and what they got going on. I could give a fuck. Okay, about what this one got going on, that one got going on, baby. I'm worried about my life, my destiny, what God has for me, honey. You see what I'm saying? So that's what that's about when we get to this point where we start thinking about motivation. We start thinking about intention. We start thinking about what is the driving force behind our motives, what we're doing. You see what I'm saying? Period. We focus on self, okay? Bruh, you already know. You see what I'm saying? We're in this space where we are so goal driven, whatever it is, whether it's us uplifting and empowering ourselves, whatever that is, it's one track mind. I don't have enough time in my day to even separate a thought to be consumed about what you got going on. I got so much to do in my own life. You see what I'm saying? So that's the problem, is that people's motives don't be coming from the right place, right? And that was pretty much the T. You see what I'm saying? It's like, start questioning your motive, not only other people's motives, but your own. Because that guides you in your decision making. It guides you to know that you're in alignment with the Most High, or what's pure, what's right for your soul. Because what's right and wrong is very gray, right? Right and wrong is based on the circumstances and the people involved in the situation and all of that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not here to say what's right and what's wrong for you. I'm just saying that to be guided, because God do know what's right and what's wrong for you. And he embeds that with your intuition, right? And when you're moving through life and you accessing the intuition, right? And you're like utilizing it to guide you to say, God, is this the right way? Is this the wrong way? Is this the move? Is this along my path? Am I going to be delayed if I deal with this person? Whatever. You see what I'm saying? That intuition that's what that is, right? That's God's navigational guidance system for you, right? Through the situations when you may be struggling with trying to decide on what is the make the next move the best move. You feel me? That's all we want to do is connect with the Most High so we can make the next move the best move. You feel me? So yes, there are people who literally study the art of seduction and manipulation, and they use these tactics to gain power and influence and control. Okay? So you have to think of that. We don't walk out into the world and consider that, because for so long, we've been dick riding people who think they got a motherfucking superiority complex, and we just go, if they move like they got that, then if we don't have the same type of confidence, then we automatically just be like, oh, okay, well, I guess they're the boss. They're the leader. They're the, you know what I'm saying? Without even processing, like, who is this person? What is their motive? What are they teaching? Is it something that I want to learn? Nah. You see what I'm saying? Like, I got to tap into what is for me and what is not for me. And when you got these people who understand psychology and they understand the mind and everything, but they use it, see, they're not using their wisdom to empower people. Right? Because I feel like I'm damn near, I should be a fucking psychologist. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I be understanding, I see how people move in the world and shit like that. But see, I don't utilize my wisdom. I don't utilize, I gave Marley a bath today. He over here shivering, baby. You cold. It's okay. It's okay. I try to put a little space heater on him to dry him off. But yeah, so, but the manipulation, you know, all of that, people be out here and they utilize that information. But like I said, like, I don't utilize my wisdom and my information and my observation of life and things like that to go and try to get over on the next motherfucker either. You see what I'm saying? I utilize my wisdom and I use it to put people on game, baby. It's free game. And that's what I wrote down. I was trying to say it earlier, but I messed it up. But in the old timeline, the game was to be sold, not to be told. But this timeline, baby, it's free game, because it's the age of the Aquarius. We not sitting around waiting for nobody. We're not going to go wait for somebody to put us on game. We just going to put ourselves on game. Okay? We don't need, especially when a lot of people, they not even on game. You see what I'm saying? And if they are on game, it's like they're in that game, they're in that mentality of competition, right? If they know the game, they're competing. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't look at life like a competition. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, Steve 6326, thank you so much for joining the live, love. But yeah, it's like, I don't compete, especially where they don't compare, okay? But at the end of the day, I'm at this place where, like, I am very I understand myself. You see what I'm saying? I understand myself, so I know where I'm coming from. You see what I'm saying? And when I understand when I'm being misunderstood, and you're going to be misunderstood sometimes, and it is what it is. Like, you can't stop your progression or be affected regardless if people understand you or not, because 9 times out of 10, if people don't understand you, it's because they don't want to understand you. They're not trying to understand you. Hey, Charles, Claire, Diana, thank you so much for joining the live, love. But yeah, it's like a lot of times the people that want to misunderstand you, it's their intention to. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like when you're communicating with people and you trying to explain it so that, right? Because I communicate, because I do want to be understood. So I will do my due diligence to try to convey a certain level of communication to make sure that, okay, it's getting through. It's getting through. You see what I'm saying? To someone, right? But it's like, if it's not getting through, then baby, it's just not, I don't know what to tell you. You see what I'm saying? Charles Claire Diana said, yeah, like my siblings. Right. It's like, bruh, like I'm sorry. There's only so much that I can do. Okay. So y'all, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and pull a few cards, because I think that was pretty much, my little spiel on that. I just wanted to remind people that, motivation is very important in anything. And when you get people trying to be involved and trying to start any type of projects with you, or they just want to build a friendship with you, or they just want to whatever. Like, you know, I know in the beginning it could just be the fact that somebody just has a spark and they're just like feeling, you know, this magnetic attraction towards you. They may not have no other reason than that, and that's cool. But it's like you still need to have the conversation. You still need to be able to receive how somebody even responded. Like, look at their body language, read their energy. Like, if I'm asking you what your motivation is, and then you like start scratching your head, and then you gotta pause, and then you got to come up, okay, then, and it's like, okay, baby, I can see clearly that whatever the fuck you saying is not the truth. You see what I'm saying? It's like you gotta just be the person to put the information out there, ask the questions, so your body, not only just what a motherfucker say, but your body, your intuition, your everything can process it, and then you process it like that. And then shit will be revealed to you, right? But you can't just look at something for surface level and people be like, oh my gosh, like, look at this. Like, it's like, you know, think about how many celebrities, right? How many people that went and they thought that they just was about to live the most magnificent life because they signed a contract, right? And they got themselves in a 360 deal, okay? They got themselves in a contract where they got like, you know, what? $50,000 or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like not even knowing that once you get there, you all that money that they paying you, it gotta go back, or it's gonna go back into the projects that you've been working on, the promotional, you know, the teams, whatever, the makeup team, the wardrobe team, like all of that little 50,000 that you about to get for signing that contract is going to, you're going to be in debt after, right? Meanwhile, you just committed how much ever life. You see what I'm saying to this shit? You see what I'm saying? So that's why we got to pay attention. We got to be careful to what we're committing to. And if we don't know the motivation behind something, if we not looking into what a motherfucker, like, what's your mission statement? What do you represent? What are you about? You see what I'm saying? Sorry, I walked away. I'm at my client's house cleaning. Oh, okay, baby. I understand. I feel like Summer Walker right now before she got signed, friend. See, and it's so funny I just brought that up because that's why I'm trying to talk. I was comparing it to the fact that if we don't know the motivation, or if we're signing up for things and making contractual agreements with people before we even read the fine print, right? You got to read the fine print. So it's like when we are doing an energetic exchange, when we decide that we're connecting with other people, there's an energetic exchange that is happening that we are in agreement to, regardless whether we decided, you know what I'm saying? Whether we signed it, right, without reading the fine print or not, okay, it's still happening. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. We're reading the fine print, baby. I'm not getting stuck and caught in those contracts with motherfuckers who trying to give me 50,000. You see what I'm saying? And I know that I'm gonna owe $1 million after the motherfucking contract. So it's like you just put me in debt. And you just played me into believing that I was just about to, you know what I'm saying, have this best fucking life. When in reality, you just put something in front of my eyes. You played me. You gaslight me. You love bombed me and you gaslit me. And you made me believe it's something that it wasn't. Yes, girl. I'm reading to the T. Am I reading to the T, sis? Okay. Period. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Because like I said, I'm at that place now where, yes, I'm giving these niggas a hard time. My dearest took part of my inheritance. Oh no. Took part of my inheritance. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like situations like that, baby, you know, it has a lot to do with, you know, the legality stuff. I don't know how to advise you to handle that with like legal stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't read up enough on how inheritance works and stuff like that. But yeah, that is fucked up. That is fucked up. You know, I would say talk to some lawyers. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. I'm gaming clients doing my cleaning and gaming clients while I'm taking massage therapy. Yes, sis. Keep doing, gaining clients doing my cleaning. Yes, sis. Keep on, girl. You's a hustler, okay? Please believe you are a serial entrepreneur, baby. Keep getting it. Do your motherfucking damn thing. I'm so proud of you, girl. Keep it up. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, trust Claire Diana. Get you a lawyer, baby, and talk to somebody about that and see what can be done. You know what I mean? Because that's not fair. That's not right. That is not right. Okay. So on another note, child, let me go ahead and I am going to shuffle these cards, and we are going to see what Spirit has for us, y'all. We are going to see what Spirit has for us. But yeah, this the era of free game, baby. Okay, I'm giving you the free game because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like I've dealt with so many lame motherfuckers that, you know what I'm saying, didn't have good intention, trying to set me up, put me in situations, set me back. Like I didn't get it. Like it was like, that's what I'm saying, y'all. These like, if you don't get it, motherfuckers will drive you crazy if you let them, because it's like, you don't understand people's motive. You don't understand, because you like, well, what sense do it make to be like, oh, that, you know, it's like you're disguising yourself as somebody that loves me. You're disguising yourself as somebody that supports me. You're disguising yourself as somebody that appreciates or needs my love or needs my support as well. Like, it's you coming off as like it's reciprocal, but then behind the scene, right, you're plotting and you're planning against me, okay? And you're, for whatever reason, and it's like, I ain't never been intentional to try to put no harm, to try to slow nobody down, to try to fuck nobody's shit up ever in my life. So I know, because of my connection with God, like, I be knowing, like, if I'm going through these situations, it's for a reason. And I know it's not karma. I know it's deeper than just me trying to, it's like lessons are karmic in a sense, because it's like, until you recognize what I'm trying to show you, which is your power and who you are, why these motherfuckers would even try you like that. You see what I'm saying? Until you recognize and see it for that, then a lot of times you just be ignorant to life, and you just like, you're kind of being naive, and you're kind of being like, you know, green in a sense, right? And it's just like you're only paying attention to what you can see. So it's like you're feeling like confused, but then you don't know like why, in essence, because there's this fucking veil, right? Or there's this blinders in front of you, right? That's keeping you from seeing things from what it really is, right? Those smoke and mirrors and shit. You see what I'm saying? I done had too many people do this funny style shit to me. So it's like, now we gonna bring this shit to the forefront so people can recognize this shit, and, you know, we can start recognizing it and then avoiding the bullshit with these motherfuckers. All the while, they can't look at me in my face when I seen them at my mom's house. As long as we serve the Lord and ourselves, everything will align. Big facts. I don't try to anymore. I avoid people. Yes, girl. Plotting against me, and that's why I can't share my energy with those people and family. They want you doing good, just not better than them. Y'all are so on point. Big facts, okay? And that's a good way. Trust Claire Diana. Yes, avoid people, right? But sometimes you're faced with situations where you can't avoid it. You know, you can always avoid it, because you can remove your energy. You can say, you know what, I'm not going to be around these specific people. I'm going to put myself in a bubble. I'm going to just focus on me. That's the best way to do it in those situations. You see what I'm saying? I don't try to avoid it. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, she said scroll up. All right. Damn, y'all was going in. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm sorry, y'all. I wouldn't mean to ignore y'all. Let me see. That's why we can't fall victim or fall for the traps of anything that doesn't deserve us. Yes, sis, period. Yes, as long as we serve the Lord and ourselves, everything will align. Exactly. So that's where we at now. We in this timeline where it's like, nah, baby, it's about me. Look. Splitting the deck, it's about us, right? We putting our heart, right? We putting our heart first, prioritizing heart. And this is what is bringing us this happiness, this joy, this peace. Because we putting the matters of the heart first. We not caring about people's feelings more than we care about our feelings no more. We're not caring about people's, we're not caring about putting our feet in their shoes like that no more. Because they not reciprocating that same kind of energy, right? If you're not reciprocating my energy, you can get the fuck on. You see what I'm saying? And that's what type of time we on right now, because so much time, right? And I'm not going to say time has been wasted, because God knew he was putting us through all of these things for a reason. It was for us to get to this point. to this level of awareness, to this level of like, baby, I can even see when I got blindfolds on, baby. I know what it is. You can't put nothing past me. You see what I'm saying? They can't even stand 10 toes in our shoes. Big facts. They can't stand 10 toes in our shoes. Big facts, they can't. You see what I'm saying? I know for a fact, if motherfuckers really was going through half of the shit that I experienced in my life, nigga, they would not have made it, baby. They wouldn't have made it. I know that for a fact, okay? So it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is, you know? But that's what God be putting us through. This is for us to be able to be at this point, to be able to recognize that. To be able to see our own strength and be like, baby, it don't matter who, the devil, the enemy, the low vibrational forces, the whoever, right, tries to send you this misery, these burdens. You see what I'm saying? It's like, it doesn't matter because you are moved by the Most High. God is always going to move you out the way. As long as you tapped in and as long as you moving righteously, you tapping into your intuition, you communicating with the Most High on a regular, right? So you can be in that communication and know, like, okay, what's next, God? What's up? You see what I'm saying? Like, if you're not in that type of dialogue, that type of situation, then yeah, it's going to be easy to be misguided. It's going to be easy to be led this way, that way. And the next thing you know, surprise, motherfucker, it's a trap. It's a motherfucking trap. My siblings couldn't have went through things I've been through. My siblings couldn't have went through things I've been through. Man, okay? And it's like, but you know what? God don't put nothing on us that we can't handle. That just shows your strength. That just shows your power, right? God puts stuff on us because he knows that we are going to stay in alignment with him. You see what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of times it seems like your life be more tough, right? That's why it seems like a lot of times your life be more difficult. That's why a lot of times it seems like you got a lot of enemies. You got a lot of people set up against you because a lot of these people are, they're possessed by these lower forces. You see what I'm saying? And more people are possessed than are even like the Most High, and it's designed to be that way. That's why they confused us about God in the first place, to make us not really know what God is. You see what I'm saying? So because of that reason, right, it's easy to go out and to be in an interaction with somebody who is the enemy, somebody who sees your light and wants to dim it because they're like, that person's of God. We got to fix that, right? Because you see, they slowly trying to take religion out of school and take it out of this and take it out of that, but it's like y'all can parade Satan around, y'all can go parade the gay parade with y'all rainbows and your dicks out, but when it comes about God and the Most High, it's all of a sudden it's a fucking problem. Like, the fuck? They could, okay, so she said they couldn't, and I'm the oldest, so I have to allow them to feel how they feel right now, because my purpose is bigger for them, but they don't comprehend. Right. Your purpose is bigger. I see what you're saying, though. Like, your purpose is bigger, but you're saying if they realized it, that it's for them too. You see what I'm saying? It ain't just for them. Hey, Messy Sammy, thank you so much for joining the live, love. Hey, Joe Gold 904, thank you so much for joining the live, love. Yeah, sis, with the dick out. You see what I'm saying? Y'all can be out here parading with your dicks out, but as soon as somebody want to say God, as soon as somebody want to utilize the Most High, then it's, I'm sorry. That's not, okay, we don't care about none of that. We don't care about none of that. That's what I'm saying, like, I was going to save this for another day. I wrote this down. What did I was saying? This is really important. Yeah, like, damn, I hate when I do that. Anyway, we'll talk about it next time because I wrote it down for the next live because sometimes I just felt like it wasn't in alignment with what I was talking about today. But you said something that sparked something I was about to go in, and I just went out of my mind, so no worries. But yeah, it's not just for me, it's for them too. Right. Yeah, it's not just for you. Like, people don't realize your anointing, the light within you that keeps you in alignment with the Most High, right, is what keeps you being this caring, loving person that they all need when it's convenient for them, right? But if you didn't have that, you wouldn't give two fucks. You wouldn't even be the person that they ran to when they needed something, or if they needed some advice, or if they needed some positive guidance, or if they needed a shoulder to cry on, if they needed a couch to lay on. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, the whole time they be hating you for the same reason that they love you. You see what I'm saying? It's like, that's how you know it's spiritual. That's how you know it's like conflicted. You're conflicted within because you're not certain about God. You're not set on the Most High. You're you know what I'm saying? So it's like now within yourself, you're conflicted when it comes to how you are applying your energy towards people. Or like, you got somebody that you clearly love within your family, right? But you're conflicted on if you want to be envious and hateful when they winning, when they up. And if you want to parade around and be happy with, or like a lot of times what people do, as soon as they see you falling, or they see you having some type of issue, they want to be quick to try to put your shit out there, put your business out there about how you ain't this, that, or you ain't, like whatever, right? But it's like when you was making it and you was moving up, right? Where was they at then? Where was they at then? They wasn't, oh baby, I see you doing I see you trying. Like, let me hear. Let me help you, right? Nah, y'all want to act like you helping when I really need your help, right? Now you want to act like you helping, but it's not helping. It's almost like chastising you, right? It's not real help. It's just like, well, now you should have done it like this, and you ain't well, bitch. When I was sitting up here, like, life is gonna be hard. Like the thing about it is, people actually have family who actually support them, help them out, things like that. Be the difference a lot of times in like why people give up in life, because they just feel like they don't have no support system, right? And it's just you trying to overcome challenge after challenge after challenge. Like, people throw their fucking hands up and they're just like, fuck it, I'm over this shit. Like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, there's some people who actually have family that are supportive. Like, they can go to their dad, they can go to their mom, they can go to their grandmother, right? They got supportive friends, they got a good support system, right? And whenever they have a slip up or something, it ain't gonna be everybody business to know. It's not gonna be like, oh, let me chastise you and everything like that, because that healthy family knows that, baby, we all need somebody sometimes, right? We ain't all just independent, just all doing it all on our own without no help. Like, people be trying to cap and act like, I've been doing this for da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, yeah, now, I'm not going to say cat, because there are some people who really feel like that, because it be like the ones like that, the chosen ones, the indigo, the star seeds, all of those people who work in the light. And because there's always been those challenging moments, or those opposing forces that want to stop you, right? It makes it that much more difficult sometimes, to where you just be like, fuck it, I do want to give up, right? And then that's a blessing and a beautiful thing when your flame never goes out, right? You continue, despite whatever is happening, you continue to push to be that better person, to move through the obstacle and things like that. And that's the thing, when you become that person, then God go keep sending you obstacles, because now he realizes, like, okay, now I got to really build her up. I really got to build him up. I really got to show him what he's going to deal with, because when I elevate him, when I move him, when I elevate her, when I move her up, she had a cobra, she gonna get the anaconda next time. She gonna get it's like, there's levels, and each level you approach, there's gonna be a different kind of snake ready to try to eat your ass the fuck up. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta be prepared for that. So yeah, when God sees you continuously overcoming the challenges, overcoming the darkness, yes, you might be presented with more challenges, more darkness, more shit, because he's building you up. It's like when you lifting weights. Baby, when you lifting weights, you don't just fucking start at the 5 and every time you come in, you lifting 5. Wait, every time you, like, now you do 10. Now you do 20. Now you doing 30. Now you doing 50. Now you doing, you know what I'm saying? There's levels to this shit. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to repost this part right here. Lord Jesus, Lord, OMG, you making me cry. Yes! All praise is due to the Most High. You see what I'm saying? Because that's how I want y'all to feel. I want you to be so moved emotionally. Because it's like you realizing your power. It's you realizing, like, this whole time when I was challenged, when I was going through all of these things, God was just building me up. So why I need to look at this, not let me look at this as darkness. Let me look at this, like, it can be looked at as darkness, but like, darkness is beautiful with the moonlit sky and stars on a beach. You see what I'm saying? Like, the darkness don't always got to be bad. You see what I'm saying? Like, people don't realize every time they're going through something, it don't have to be looked at as a challenge, right? Our perception is our reality. So when we start shifting the way that we perceive things and we start looking at our challenges as the blessing right on the other side of this one, God, thank you. I see. And then we actually actively trying to learn the lesson, right? But nah, people don't want to learn the lesson. They just want to ignore whatever they got going on and not deal with it, not heal it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how that whole hurt people thing, you know, became a thing, because it's like nobody's dealing and healing. You see what I'm saying? So yes, girl. Thank you too. That makes me feel good to know that you are being moved by my messages. I really appreciate you. Especially you, Relove 129, because I feel like before, I think you was like one of the first people that really fuck with me like that. Just when I started putting my lives out, and like, I just always remember you are like a really amazing cheerleader, like your spirit. Like, I just always remember, like, you would leave a comment on my page, or you would say something, or you would come on the live. Like, I know you have a good spirit, a good heart. You see what I'm saying? And I know that when it comes to how you are with your people, I can tell how you are. I know you everybody's biggest cheerleader, and that's how it happens too. You'll be everybody's biggest cheerleader. Meanwhile, everybody's sleeping on you. But nobody really sleeping on you, baby. Nobody is really sleeping on you. The reality is that they know exactly who the fuck you are, and you're sleeping on yourself. That's and I'm just saying that from my experience, because that's what I was doing. I was sleeping on myself, and I didn't know who the fuck I was. So everybody else was looking at me crazy, like, she don't know who the fuck she is. You know what I'm saying? Well, don't worry about it. I'm all right. Well, she don't know she got this. All right, let me take this. She don't know she got that. Okay, well, put it in my pocket. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, now you know who the fuck you are. Nobody's gonna be able to do that, okay, honey? And I am, and you right, and all of that, sis, all of that, okay, all of that. So yes, y'all. On that note, I'm gonna pull some cards and see what Spirit has for us today. Okay, Spirit, what messages do we have for the collective? I feel like these cards. I'm like, did I just see one flip over? Okay, so yes, y'all. And it's so funny how Spirit just be confirming. Because Spirit calling judgment on any of the motherfuckers that was trying to set you back. Any of the motherfuckers that was trying to slander your name. Any motherfucker that was trying to black magic, gossip. Anybody that got they mouth on you and they not speaking about the truth of who the fuck you really is. I be laughing because that's how I be talking. For real, that's how you, what you mean, like, that's how you be talking, like, oh, when you said yes, all that, right? Okay, I see what you said, girl. I be, let me go back and read what you were saying here. Yes, all that. Okay, that's, we be saying the same shit. See, we be right here, girl. We be right here. Real talk, though, this is like, your angels, you got this divine protection over you. And also, because you are that motherfucking, you're that motherfucking, okay, that your glow, your presence, your essence is a gift. Everybody can see who the fuck you are when you walk into a room. Motherfuckers can say whatever they want to say, but when you walk in the room, baby, this is you all day, baby. You, that earth angel, okay? So ain't nothing that nobody can say to make you feel less than. You already know who the fuck you are, right? Now, at one point, maybe they were able to say something and, you know, but you always still knew who you was. It wasn't that you really felt the way that they felt about you. You just felt some type of way about, like, damn, that's fucked up that that's how you see me. You see what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't never like, oh, I don't love myself. I don't know who I am. Bitch, I always knew who the fuck I was, but I was confused by why the fuck nobody else could see it. Why nobody else could recognize it. Whole time, they knew exactly who the fuck I was. Okay? And that's exactly why they was moving the way they was moving. Okay? But like you said, we walk away from that. You see what I'm saying? This is all in the past. This is all in the past. This is all about grieving the past. Grieving the gossip. Grieving whatever those things are that judgment is being placed on. You see what I'm saying? You are grieving it and you moving along. Like, we're not sitting around doing too much, focusing our attention on the shit, right? It's like people can say what they want to say. So it's like we're not fazed about their words, right? Because that's the thing, right? We talk about the words are the spells, right? But when you know who you are, knowing who you are and acting and being who you are is more powerful than anything or any word that a motherfucker can say, right? And it's going to counteract the spell. It's going to counteract that envious black magic energy. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Kami C, thank you so much for joining the live, love. So yeah, at the end of the day, we're not doing that. We're paying attention to who the fuck we really are, despite of what people think, right? Despite of what people try to come and whatever negativity people want to spew, right? We so focused on who we know who the fuck we really are. So it's like that, it has no power. You see what I'm saying? It has no fucking power. The truth is the power, right? I posted some shit yesterday. I reposted that quote, Cat Williams. The truth is the light, okay? Period. So there's nothing that anybody can say, right, when you're the motherfucking truth, okay? When you're standing in your truth, there's nothing, they can come and they can say whatever the fuck they want to say, but when you're standing in your truth, you don't gotta say a motherfucking word, baby. You don't gotta say shit. Do you hear me? You sit there on your fucking throne. Sit there on your throne. Look, the motherfucking mouth closed, ain't said a motherfucking word, but they sure do got that sword. Be quick to use it if we need to, baby. Okay? But yeah, this is about you just knowing your truth. Like, you stand in your power, and that's because you stand in your truth, baby. And that's a beautiful thing, because it's not a lot of people that stand in their truth. It's not a lot of people that really know who they are. They just know who they wanted to portray. They knew who they wanted to be like, right? And then they started to be like that without even discovering who the fuck they really are first, right? Because that's what they taught us. Like, it ain't nobody's fault but the school system, you know what I'm saying, and our parents for not restructuring what we're supposed to take in, right? This is how we're breaking generational curses, because we passing the game down to our kids. We not letting our kids go to school and think that this is what life is without reorganizing and restructuring the mind to let them know what shit really is. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Trisha Sibanyoni. Welcome to the live, you love. Okay, so yeah, with the 9 of Cups, y'all, that's you. That's the energy of gratitude. That's the energy of patiently waiting. Or this is you just, this is like one of those, what's that word I'm looking for? 9, like when it's basically just like unbothered, basically. Like I said, with the King of Swords, this is just confirmation. It's just like you're so grateful, right? You just have this gratitude energy, right? That you're not sitting around you're not worried, right? You know, somebody said this the other day, and I don't know if it's the truth, right? But somebody was like, worry is a sin, right? And I would agree with it, because worry is black magic in a sense. Worry is you creating a false narrative in your mind about something that's going to happen, when reality is just a figment of your imagination. You're making assumptions based on, you know, whatever is going on in your mind. Okay. So this is you, like it came after the King of Swords, right? You stand so much in your truth, right? You cannot be swayed. You can't be manipulated. You can't be, you know what I'm saying? This is where you are with it now. It's like you can't be moved because God, the Most High, is flowing within you. So it's almost like there's a filter like that. Like when you interact with people and everything like that, it's like there's a filter that people go through, which is your gifts, right? Your gifts that could be, your clairvoyancy, your clairsentient, clairaudience, whatever that is. But it's like with you being more in tune, being more sensitive to energy, like you be seeing shit, right? Before it even play the fuck out. Right? You just be sitting there like you already know what time it is. You see what I'm saying? And then it's just like shit play out later. You know what I'm saying? And then you be like, see, I knew, right? But see, that's the problem, is like when you one of those people that always saying you knew you should have listened, okay, that's the fucking problem. You didn't. And now you got to get into this place where it's like now you tapped in, you be knowing. So you need to know that you know, and you need to stop questioning your knowing. You see what I'm saying? You got to get into that place where it's like, nah. Yeah. And also too, because you're somebody, you make educated guesses. You're not just somebody gonna just make somebody guilty by association, or guilty just because you don't like them, or guilty. Like you're really gonna use reasonable evidence around you, right, to be able to come up with what the fuck that is. You see what I'm saying? And because of that, you always end up winning in the long. It's like, baby, like the whole time motherfucker be plotting on you. You be in this space where you're like, psych. Like, what is that Kanye sound? Gotcha. Gotcha. Right? That's the type of fucking energy the Six of Wands be on. Because it's like, whole time you thought I was sitting here but I'm really over here on my high horse. Really over here winning, baby. Winning. And stay winning, baby. And even when you thought I was losing, I was winning. Even when you thought I was losing, I was winning. Period. Stop fucking playing. Stop fucking playing with it. Even when you thought I was losing, I was winning. Okay? I was just sitting back, accumulating, baby, because whenever you're going through these darkness and things like that, you done already put the work in, though. From previous situations, circumstances, you always are, you know what I'm saying, on the right side of karma, right? So this is you sitting there knowing on your, you know what I'm saying, you're like, baby, I'm about to embody and embrace. I'm about to take in all of this beauty, like everything that I know that I've manifested thus far. I know that I am reaping the benefits of that. And I know that if I don't see it physically, I already feel it in my spirit. This is like being spiritually wealthy, right? This is you knowing you're rich in spirit. When you're rich in spirit, you literally, it's like your energy is currency, right? It's like when you're rich in spirit, just because of your energy will get you things. Kind of like celebrities. Let's use celebrities as an example, right? You know how celebrities, like they say how a lot of celebrities don't got to pay for shit, right? But celebrities are like, they are like, because they're like promotion, basically, in a sense that they know that if I give this to this celebrity for free, everybody's going to see it. They're going to like my shit. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of how, how it is, right? Like how celebrities be. They get shit for free. You know what I'm saying? When you have that energetic wealth, right? When your spirit is wealthy, you see what I'm saying? That is going to reflect in your physical form, okay? But it might not always be monetarily, though. But people who only see money as currency, that's why you don't understand the reality of the world, right? Like we don't understand that energy is currency. And if you think about when we eliminated the economy, right? Or before the economy was a thing, what was there? It was the bartering system. People bartered their energy, whether it was their skill, right? Or if they made a product, or if they utilized their skills for a service that they created for you, right? That is energetic currency. And like we've lost the importance of that, because I've even noticed in situations that I might get into, I might not have the money. I might not have the money, but I'm like, okay, but I can provide A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, right? But it takes for that person to find those things valuable for it to be an even mutual exchange. You see what I'm saying? And like, because people don't find energetic currency is valuable, right? People will demean you and look down on you and say, oh, well, you not this because you don't got this much money and you ain't da-da-da. When 9 times out of 10, none of them motherfuckers ain't got no real money. None of them. None of them got real money because guess what? None of the money is real. It's fiat money. It's debt notes. It's something to hand you to say, okay, thank you. You're continuously raising the fucking trillions of debt that this country, okay? The money is valuable until they say it's not, right? We're already seeing the like a cashless society start. You see what I'm saying? We're already seeing Bank of America customers not getting their money out their account. Okay, we already seeing government shutdowns. Like, we're just seeing shit that we haven't seen in our lifetime, right? And because we're seeing these things, like, we just got to become this level of awareness of it. That, yeah, shit is changing, right? The current, like, if we don't appreciate energetic currency, that's exactly how they continue to keep us on this hamster wheel, right? Being on this slave shit. Going to go clock in and clock out, you know what I'm saying? When, if you know, like how the Mexicans do, right? They get their family, they all get up into 1 or 2 places and they all go out, they'll go get the coin, bring it back, and they consolidate their wealth. They've created something and they got whole neighborhoods and communities of fucking stores and, you know what I'm saying? It's like, they got us so far removed from the bartering system or being able to see each other as energetic currency, seeing the value in somebody, even if they don't have as much money as you do, but because they have skill, because they know how to make, they know how to do this, they can do this, they provide this for me, they do this, right? And find that same value, right? That would bring a lot of people together. And not only would they do that, when in moments of tragedy, right, when we need help, like think about when these hurricanes be hitting and motherfuckers' houses be under the water and shit, and all you have is this one person mentality. It's all like you, right? But you look across the way, right, on the other side, and you see everybody working together to help each other out there. You know what I'm saying? And you over here floating in your house by yourself because you didn't want to let nobody, you know, you don't want to help nobody, you don't want to talk to nobody or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm trying to say, right? So that's very important, okay? What else, Spirit? Yeah, right? And because this is what happens too. It's like when you realize these people that you dealing with are not those type of people that are going to see that your energetic currency is valuable. If a motherfucker can't see your energetic currency is valuable, walk off on their ass. Kick rocks on their ass. Let them think they won. You know what I'm saying? Hey, C-Wade, Bankhead, thank you so much for joining the live, love. And Trisha Sabanyoni, thank y'all so much for joining the live. Yeah, kick rocks on their ass. You see what I'm saying? You got to get up out of there because those are people that they don't have no problem with doing harm. They don't have no problem with taking from you without reciprocating to you. You see what I'm saying? What else, Spirit? What else, Spirit? But yeah, you're the motherfucking Empress, okay? With the 7 of Cups too, it's like, yeah, these same people that you walk away from, this is like, if you don't, this is why you be having these smoke and mirrors, this confusion, right? In your life where you don't know what the fuck is going on, right? Or you don't know, we talked about right decision making and everything and like allowing your motive to guide you. Hey, Ace Maceo, thank you so much for joining the live. Allowing your motivation to guide you in decision making skills, because when if you don't clock whatever your motivation is and you're letting your lower urges, your lower forces guide you in decision making, this is exactly what this is. Guiding you to disaster, guiding you to snakes, guiding you to third party situations, guiding you to shit that ain't for you, okay? So you have to pay attention to the choices that you make and who you deal with, who you interact with, right? Who you focus on, and in the thought process, right? If you're not, like I said, if you're not being guided by intention, motives, right? Having good ones, having righteous ones, ones that are in alignment with your growth and ascension, right? Then you're going to create havoc, right? But with you being the Empress, this is you being an ultimate creator. You have this fertile ability to create whatever it is that you want, right? But you are nurturing soul. You're somebody that has a loving heart, right? Your heart chakra is completely open. Like you know what I'm saying? You see people and want to give people love. You don't want to get over on people or nothing like that. Like you're all about providing, you know, those, like when you nurture children and things like that, right? So yeah, y'all, on that note, I'm going to wrap this reading up. Let me go ahead and just get some advice from the angels. All right, I'm going to get some advice from this deck too. This is a new deck. I want to see what advice do we have for this one. Yeah, so okay. So it looks like we have. So the advice that I'm getting is like, yeah, whenever there's any hardships, okay, between family, friends, things like that, okay, it's like you want to take the time to allow the communication to be had, to be understood, to understand that somebody is like willing to see through whatever complications, right? You want to be more sensitive with friends and family to understand that we're in alignment and stuff like that, right? To overcome any type of misfortune, any type of crisis situations, right? Because nobody wants to have this low vibrational dynamic with their family and people that they claim to love, okay? But, you know, people will disappoint you, and that's just the reality of it. So it's like you gotta, when people like that come into your life, you gotta learn how to detach from it, right? You gotta be in this space of like meditation, where whatever you just might have to go into a place of isolation, right, to remove yourself from these people, because if they're going to be providing, you know, burdens and, you know, disappointments and setbacks in your life, those people are just your relatives, right? And that they may not be necessarily like your family, because your family is supportive. Your family like wants to see you do well. They don't wish no negative harm onto you, okay? So, angels, what advice do we have for the collective? Angels, what advice do we have for the collective? All right. I be feeling like, did this card come out already? I feel like, no, I guess it didn't. So, yes. So we got self-esteem and possibility, okay? So self-esteem, you are always enough, okay? Confidence is essential for a happy and fulfilling life. Ask the angel of self-esteem to help you truly value who you are and bring you feelings of self-worth. Hey, Queen Vashti 182, thank you so much for joining the live, love. Yes, so a positive mindset will attract success. If you often feel lonely and unloved, learn to love and value yourself in the same unconditional way the angel of self-esteem loves and values you. Focus on your strengths rather than your weaknesses. Become your own best friend and ditch the self-criticism. Understand that other people can't increase your self-worth. It doesn't matter what they think. It matters what you think, because others reflect the value you place upon yourself back to you. Set boundaries and say no when those boundaries are crossed. Stand tall and feel powerful. Every morning when you wake up, say out loud or in your head, I am enough. I deserve to love myself and for others to love me as I am. Facts, y'all. And yeah, this just is speaking to what we were talking about earlier, where it's like you said, knowing about our self-worth, our self-value, right? Knowing who we really are. When we know who we are, that allows us to have a level of confidence, right? To see through people who are trying to project who they are onto us, right? We're not doing that shit no more. So when we recognize who we are, we know when to when to set the boundary to say, I think you're confused, baby. Here, let me turn this mirror around for you so you can see who who really fits that description, baby. It's more like you, okay? Hey, I am George Soul. Thank you so much for joining the live, love. So yes, and with possibility, we have you are a limitless being. If you are experiencing a creative block or feel that you are stuck in a rut, allow the angel of possibility to fill you with inspiration. See love and meaning not just in everything you say and do, but also in the words and actions of others and in the world around you. Fully open yourself up to any synchronicities you notice or anything that makes you think there might just be more to your life than meets the eye. This can be as simple as thinking about someone and then receiving a text from them, or sensing a departed loved one, then hearing their favorite song on the radio. Or perhaps you will feel a flash of inspiration, a sense of awe and wonder at the beauty of nature or art, or an inner conviction that your best is yet to come. I love this, y'all, because yes, this is what we talked about, the unseen, right? This is all about you being able to recognize, right, like they said, what is not seen at the naked eye, okay? Sensing, right? Sensing things like synchronicities and paying attention to the signs and the symbols and things like that to make things make sense, right? So yes, you guys, you are limitless. That we also talk about releasing like the lack mentality, and also being in a space where we are moving with a certain level of motivation, motive, intention, and things like that. And so when you know you are limitless, right, your intention, if you know that you're a limitless being and your intention comes from the fact that, well, shit, I really don't lack anything, I really can create whatever I want, right? It'll allow your mind to go to a place that is higher than you ever could go, right? Where we set those self-limiting beliefs, where it's like when we were younger, right? And they asked you, well, do you want to be a lawyer when you grow up? You want to be a doctor? You want to be the president? I felt like that was always the go-to things that they would tell us as kids to desire to be. And like, you know, but as a kid, you know, I had no desire to be any of those things, you know, but at the same time, you felt the pressure of feeling like, well, these are the options that they have. So it's like, well, maybe I'll be a lawyer, you know, whatever, right? But then you see the expectations of a lawyer set up so high. How much years you got to go to college, you know, you got to go to law school and all these different things, right? All of these things, it's a lot of energy that goes into that. And so, you know, when it comes to having a higher mindset, like my mindset is like, oh man, that's a lot. I don't know if I can do that. That's too much energy I got to invest. That's too much time that I got to be in school and right? That's a self-limiting belief, because if you really had that deep desire to be a lawyer, you wouldn't care how much time it took for you to become that, right? So that's all I'm saying is like build up the awareness that you are limitless being, and that whatever desire, but like if God didn't put the desire within you, then I wouldn't say to pursue it. I wouldn't say to try something that God didn't put that in within you to want to do. You see what I'm saying? Because then that's also another way that we start to have a lack mentality, because then we start to settle for things that we know we're better than, and then we're kind of like subliminally putting out into the universe that I'm not worthy of what I really desire. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, let's just shift our behaviors and knowing who we are, what we can, and then understand and separate. It's not that I have any limits. It's not that I can't do that. It's just that I don't have the desire to do it. So what do I have the desire to do? Okay, well, I have the desire to do this, and I'm very well and capable. You see what I'm saying? You see how that sounds? You see how you shift up the perception of, and how you agree or disagree to what you can or cannot do to things, and how you apply yourself to it makes a huge difference, okay? But on that note, y'all know I'm done with the reading. I'm wrapping this up. I do want to direct you guys to the bio. I do have my links for my Goddess Gang and Goddess Gang journals there. So if you like to get you some, okay? YouTube, TikTok, Vibe Priestess Tarot. Subscribe, like, share, leave a comment if you like, okay? And I will just catch you guys in the next live. Thank y'all so much for being here. Mwah.